Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome. Can you hear me? Is it well? Thanks. Welcome to Trento. Welcome to Home project, which is hosting our workshop for the next couple of days. I'd like just to share very briefly a quick point on how it was that we got here and what we would like to do here. So, I basically like to answer one question, which is how it is working out in my own case, dealing with an ERC project, which is a very good and lucky kind of individual funding for research provided by the European Union. And the answer to this question, in my case so far, actually involves 5 or 6 points that make a project work hopefully well, leaving aside a very good light of having got it at the very first place. So, starting from the end, actually the first important thing for me is having a number of good people and colleagues who gave me insights and ideas around these topics on common migration over the last few years. These are people from many different disciplines and countries. Many of them are unsurprisingly based here, many women from different backgrounds, and one of them in particular on the upper east northern side is Giuseppe Ciortino, an older colleague of ours here in Trento, who was supposed to give a sort of greeting to start with. He was unable to be here today, but he still sent me a short message to share with you as a way of welcoming people here. So, the argument, as I understand it, is a way of saying hello and welcome to people here, including a few words on this project, this ERC Home project, which actually started 5 to 6 months ago. And as I read it, is a case for enjoying, for making the most of the opportunity of people to being together for a while in a relatively small environment to share ideas and discussion, and basically for people hopefully to be able to feel at home here for a little while. So, people were, in my case, and I guess in most cases, the first starting point for a project to be built up and work over time, even for an individual project, as this one is. The second major thing is, however, I think an idea, hopefully that's a good idea, which in my case was the idea that home is not always something self-evident, natural, obvious, right out there, but when we investigate it is a potentially major source of insight across social sciences, and it has a particular relevance at an existential level, and as a topic to be studied on for people who somehow left it behind, or missing it, or are in any way negotiating the context of a new one, such as international labor migrants, refugees, forced migrants, and so forth tend to do. Now, we are embedded here in a sociology department, which means that while home has a very cross-disciplinary potential, we basically try to investigate it as a particular kind of social relationship with place, as a way of trying to attribute a sense of security, familiarity, and control to all kinds of space, and I perhaps in a way see it relevant, of interest, as a place, as a setting, where a number of things happen. As a substantive topic, as a matter of relationship with people, of routines, of practice, of appropriation being enacted, negotiated, and reproduced over time. And at a third level, which I think is still interesting for years, as actually a word, as a category, as a container of moralities, of views and values, which, depending on the social group, on the society, and the cultural background, and so forth, point out to what a good home is, or what a good home should look like, who is entitled to feel at home or not, who is home, who is not, so as a matter of boundary making between different groups and categories of people, which is also, I think, a very promising potential use of the term. So we are juggling around these three senses of home. The 3 point has to do with the project as an aspiration, a desire to achieve a number of things, which, in the case of our Home ERC project, has to do with an orientation to do a multi-site ethnography of home-like spaces and experiences across a number of categories involving different countries, groups of people, legal status, social demographics, and so forth, with the view of carrying out a systematic comparative understanding of how people construct, in place, and circulate home under circumstances of extended mobility and migration-driven diversification in countries of settlement, transit, and origin, which is also, in my view, an potentially promising way of bridging, of going beyond the number of classical dichotomies that affect and to some extent constrain social research of home, such as the dichotomies between the material and the immaterial side of it, its private and its public side, its theoretical relevance and its very meaningful practical implications, and the gap that is often there between the domestic space as we experience it and the domestic space as we would like it to be. There is both a real, a descriptive dimension to what home means, and the prescriptive, normative, even ideological one, which is something that is worth some reflection and elaboration through field work. Now, moving back to the more practical side of the matter, the fourth important thing for me to do this kind of project is having very nice people to collaborate with, such as Alejandro, Aurora, and Sarah, who are highly almost aware here in the crowd, and we will be also your invaluable organizational support. I call for any kind of practical thing during this day and a half. And fifth and last starting point is actually this workshop, which we started building around the figure of this hermit crab, which is, in my view, a sense of collecting together many of the meanings, functions, and dilemmas which we wish to cope with during these 1.5 days, having to do with the home as something that people try to bring up with them over the life course, but which is likely to change over time, and at the same time to constrain their own life experience as they try to move through their family and life course through a number of countries, such as international migrants try to do. So, what we will do here in practice, as you can see from this bunch of paper, will be 2 keynotes, one just in a few minutes this morning with Professor Pirret on my left side, on the more, if you wish, labor side of migration process, and one tomorrow morning with Professor Catherine Brun, who somehow will complement the picture more from the forced or refugee and displaced migrant side of the whole experience. We will have then a number of parallel sessions, which we can find in the program, cover quite nicely, I think, a number of facets of what home to means to mobile people, and by reflection to non-mobile people too, involving materiality, emotion, methods, research settings, practices, inclusion, exclusion, and so forth. And we will have one final wrapping up session at the end of the workshop tomorrow afternoon at some point. Two very quick practical things to really close. On one hand, we would like to make the most of our presence here, also as a way to collect any sort of thought, question, ideas, image you wish to raise. There is a multisensorial potential to the study of home, which is very interesting for us here. For this, we left in the central hall one pin board where people are invited to leave whatever they wish. Papers, pictures, drawings, poems, things, words, problems related to migration and home, as well as a table where you are all invited to leave any paper, leaflets, material that have to do with these topics. We also included in the folder, besides a formulaic form in which we ask if you are available to be filled. Of course, feel free to say no if you don't want to. Apart from this, we left one paper in which we would like to try and reconnect how it is that each of us got here, how it was that home sounds in her own interests, research agendas, and so forth. So, only as long as you would like to jot down a few lines about this, you are most welcome to do so, and we have left, again, in the central hall, a small box for people to leave their own papers with any sorts of paper of those ideas and questions about this. Very last thing, I think the biggest added value for people to be here and to share some of their experience here is actually the very simple fact of being here, of having 1 day and a half of co-presence, which means that chatting, discussing, having coffees, lunch, dinner, and so forth is not a latter matter, but is very much part of the potential to mutually enrich our ideas, feeling, and experience around the study of migration and home. I hope the conversation to follow in these days and beyond through our own project and whomever may be interested in joining it. Thanks very much.
Good morning to everybody. I'm very glad to start the works of this workshop introducing Pieretto Daniele Sotelo. Pieretto Daniele Sotelo is a professor in the Department of Sociology at the University of Southern California, and she is one of the main USA scholars in the field of migration studies and Latino migration in particular. Her research covers different topics from the intersection of gender and migration, and in this field she offered very relevant contributions on the histories of transnational migrant, domestic works, and work and Latinos participation in the informal sector work. Up to more recent studies on another form of care, that of gardening, and her recent book, Paradise Transplanted, give us an original and very illuminating perspective on mobility and roots, literal and figurative roots, and as well as on leisure, immigrant work, social qualities and civic culture. The title of our talk today is Reconceptualizing Immigration as a Home-Making Process, the Latinos in South Los Angeles research projects. So I don't take other time, so it's my great pleasure to give the floor to Professor Piero Sotelo as the first keynote of this workshop on home and migration.